Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is my weekly Q&A videos where I'm answering your guys' questions from last week. I do this every single Monday. So any questions you guys have, please go down below into the comment section. Ask me anything you want. I'll answer it next week, next Monday. I want to welcome new subscribers, new viewers. Hello. Thank you for joining us. I'm a life coach and I help people heal from different kinds of trauma. If there's something that you guys would like to ask, please do. Healing from emotional, traumatic events and scenarios and experiences means to understand it, understand what happened. It helps us accept it, okay? So please, I encourage all of you to keep asking questions and keep learning, okay? Thank you very much. And if you guys think that what I'm doing is beneficial for you or could be beneficial for someone else, can you please support what I'm doing here? I do this for free. I do this, been doing this for a few years to have some kind of support there for people. And if you think that what I'm doing is beneficial, can you please support me by subscribing to my channel, by voting up or down, commenting down below, making it more active, things like this, posting it, sharing it with other people, and putting it in a playlist on your own channel. That would be very, very, I'd be very, very thankful. And so could anybody else who benefits from it. Thank you. So, every once in a while I get a donation from somebody, and I did last week. I got a donation from David. I want to thank you very much, David, for donating and supporting this channel. I can't think of any other gesture that's more kind than giving someone your hard-earned money. Thank you very much for what you're doing, David. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. And everybody who has donated and supported this channel. Thank you. So, every week when I do these videos, I like to recommend something to you guys that I think will help you recover or heal, just help along with your journey. And so this week I'd like to recommend something that one of you guys, one of the viewers suggested, and I looked into it and it looks pretty good. Something else to add to your arsenal of supplements. I recommend a lot of supplements, don't I? You know, I just want you to know that getting a supplement, what do you think? It's not extremely beneficial. Maybe it's just a little beneficial. Things like this. It's worth taking. I can't stress it enough that believing that you are worth something that costs your hard-earned money, that takes time to order it. When you get it in the mail, you start taking it. This suggests that you're worthy of it, that your self-worth rises when you do things like this. Okay, so even the placebo effect helps. But anyways, this is called L-Theanine. It's a supplement. It can come in powder form, and it's recommended by Darren. Darren says, I would highly recommend checking out L-Theanine supplements or powders. I use them with my morning coffee every day as it really helps to promote relaxation without the side effects of anxiety from caffeine that some people get. There is one by Now Foods, that's the one I take, but I'm sure there are just as many great alternatives. It's also a completely natural substance that is found in green tea, so no need to worry at all. And you're right, I looked it up and that's exactly what it is. I will put a link down below in the description box to where you guys can find this if you're interested. Just to give you guys a little bit about this, about what it is. I took an article out of Psychology Today, one of my favorites, and it was written by Dr. Michael J. Brewis. It says what you need to know about L-Theanine. Sleep better at night, feel relaxed during the day. So I just want to read something short that he states, this doctor. I often encourage my patients to drink tea. Black tea is a lower caffeine alternative to coffee during the day, and decaffeinated tea can be a calming part of a nighttime powder down ritual before bed. Whatever time of day or night, drinking a cup of tea can be a soothing, relaxing ritual. I often drink tea myself. My favorite is my personal recipe for banana tea. In addition to its calming qualities, tea also contains compounds that deliver some real health benefits. One of those compounds, L-Theanine. Fortunately, you can also get L-Theanine in supplement form, which can help with relaxation, focus, and sleep. Let's take a closer look at L-Theanine and its calming, centering, sleep-boosting abilities. What is L-Theanine? It's an amino acid that is found in tea leaves. It was identified in tea by Japanese scientists in 1949. While tea is the most common dietary source for L-Theanine, This compound is also found in some types of mushrooms. In foods, particularly green tea, L-Theanine is thought to be a source of umami, the savory, brothy taste. How L-Theanine works: it boosts levels of GABA and other calming brain chemicals. So it boosts calming brain chemicals. It also lowers levels of exciting brain chemicals. It also enhances alpha brain chemicals. The benefits: improves sleep, reduces stress and anxiety, enhancing attention, focus, memory, and learning, and helps maintain a healthy weight. It seems like this was totally made for PTSD, doesn't it, guys? Everything on here is exactly some of the worst parts of PTSD. But I also want to give a warning, just like anything, consult your doctor. I'm not telling you or suggesting that you must take this. It's just something I'm offering for somebody if they think this can benefit them. And if you think you need to, always consult a doctor, okay? Thank you, Darren, for the suggestion. I appreciate you. So let's get started with the questions. And by the way, I hope everybody out there is okay. I hope everybody's getting through this quarantine. I don't know where this is going to go still. I know the state of Florida is one of the first places in the world that opened up 100%. They're getting more cases, is what they're reporting. That is expected. I want to stress that no matter what we decide to do for this quarantine, for the pandemic, to be safe and healthy, no matter what, we have to also acknowledge our mental and emotional health. We cannot sacrifice one for the other. So there are plenty of things that people can do. I hope you guys are doing things during this pandemic to keep sane, keep healthy, okay? I've suggested many things that you guys can do. All right, let's get started with the questions. First one is from Corey. And Corey doesn't state your location. And that reminds me, please, if you guys can please give us your locations. Tell us where you are. We'd love to know. Just drop in and even say. But when you ask a question, please tell us. You can be totally general. I advise being general. Let us know where you're at, okay? It helps everybody feel a little bit closer. It validates that it's not just me or just where I'm at. It reaches people everywhere. Wherever there are human beings, there are emotional problems, there are personality disorders, there is abuse and trauma, sadly. But please give us your locations, okay? So Corey asks, the narcissist loves what destroys you. Stay on your path to recovery and better yourself. I took an honest deep dive within myself, worked on my character defects, and became narc resilient. Perfectly said, Corey. And I just remember now, I screenshotted this so that just kind of help you guys understand that I know we want validation. I know we want to learn about our abuser and our ex and personality disorders, but the real healing comes when we start focusing on ourselves. Okay? Thank you, Corey. Craig, don't know where you are. The narc said I was better off dead to him. He said he wanted me to kill myself. That would make him feel better. And I want to read that because I think a lot of people can or have experienced similar things like this. Sadly, people with personality disorders that are extremely abusive and toxic, sociopaths being number one, say things like this. Sociopaths say things like this. Sociopaths want you dead. Once a sociopath interacts with you and has some form of relationship with you, eventually they believe you screwed them over and they want you dead for it. They don't just want you dead. They would rather you kill yourself, and they'd also rather that you made it really clear that it's because of them. Most smear campaigns, most of the big smear campaigns, like the one you guys know that I've been going through for years, is done by sociopaths. Sociopaths try to control you. They're the biggest control freaks, and when they can't control you, they try to control people around you. And what they really want you to do is to commit suicide. That's why I'm doing these videos, and that's why I'm asking you guys to please help me and let me fix our camera. Please help me and spread this information around as a guide or as information to help push people in the right direction, as support. Because when you're being attacked like this and there's people that love you or that you believe you love that want you dead, we need support. We need to be there for each other, okay? So I'm really sorry, Craig. I hope that this person is totally out of your life now, completely 100%. The best thing to ever do with people like this is to completely ignore them and show them that you don't care about them, you don't like them, you don't love them, and you don't want them, and you don't need them anymore. Goodbye, right? And eventually, hopefully it stops. It's taken me 3 years, but mine's stopping now, finally, being forced by the law. Thank you, Craig. Samia from New York. Hello, Samia. You answered my question perfectly. It is everything I knew but did not want to accept. I was in denial. Focusing on him kept me from focusing on myself, which was more difficult and more painful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I obviously screenshotted this to just kind of support what I just said earlier. Thank you, Samia. All right. So let me get to a question. Heather from Ontario, Canada. David, I feel really happy and recovered. Thank you for your help with that. My question is, how do I stop analyzing men who want to date me? And you're welcome. Thank you for telling me, Heather. So how do you stop analyzing men who want to date me? Can you ask me again, Heather, next week? Down below in the comment section, ask me again. Give me more information on exactly what you're asking me, because I'm left with a little guessing. I'm guessing that you want to date, and the guys that you do start dating, you start getting hypervigilant. Are they a narcissist? Are they not? Do they really care about me, or are they just manipulating me? These kinds of things, okay, I think, right? I'm left guessing. But you don't want to date, but guys are asking you to date, and you say no because you're over-analyzing them, right? These are signs that you may not be healed, you may not be ready to date, Heather. All of you guys out there, imagine dating is a really, really great, fun thing to do. And if it's not, there's something wrong. You know what I mean? I already, my whole life, have thought that first dates are just extremely uncomfortable, aren't they? I just have never liked a first date where you don't know the person, you're intimate and alone with them, and you don't know quite what to do, you don't know what they like to do, you don't know how much you want to tell them or do what you like to do, you know? And you're just getting to know each other, and it's extremely awkward. But more so, if you're wondering these things all the time, and you're worried, you're concerned, you're stressed, it's causing you anxiety, you probably aren't ready to date yet. So why don't anybody who feels like that just keep waiting until you want to date? The bug. Keep waiting until you want to date, till it sounds like a lot of fun and you aren't scared anymore. I'm not saying a little nervous. Whenever we date, first dates specifically, we might get some cortisol a little bit, get a little, sweaty palms, a little nervous, stuff like that. I think that most of that's normal, but really wondering if they're have a personality disorder, if they're trying to manipulate you, why are they so boring? Why you may not be ready, okay? And give yourself the time to heal. Give yourself the time. You are so worthy of it, because we can make huge mistakes when we're not ready. We might be dating for the wrong reason, which a lot of people do, okay? So how do you stop analyzing men who want to date? Well, I mean, I think that's kind of like asking me, how do I calm all my anxieties and just do something anyways that causes me anxiety? See, anxiety, if that's what you're talking about, anxiety that you might be getting from this, is meant to serve you, and it might be, Heather, and so we need to listen to it, okay? And we can't be ashamed of our feelings. We can't feel guilty of them. Can't feel bad. We can't say someone else wouldn't or I shouldn't. We check in here. We say, this is causing me a little anxiety about dating, period, in general, or this person or that person. Okay, and then we just back off. All right, we come back until it feels better. Okay, so try to navigate what feels better, Heather. Okay, thank you, Heather. Good luck, and please ask me again, please. I have a feeling I may not totally get your question right. Thanks. All right, next one is from Renee. Dun, 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 where you're from. Renee, please tell us your location, and everybody out there, please tell us where you're from. Thank you. Okay, Renee asks, David, we love what you do every week. I have shared your information with some of the people I have met from the online narcissist support groups. We are all here for each other. That's it. We're all here for each other. People cause this. People help this. We've been neglected. Now we need support. Okay? I'm going to do a video soon about the damages of isolation. Thank you, Renee. Thank you very much for sharing my information. And anybody that reaches and helps, thanks you too. Thank you. Thank you very much, Renee. Okay. Still love to know where you're from. All right. Raven says this is a continued part of your question, but I don't know if I saw the first part of your question, Raven. So you may need to ask me again, okay? But you says this is continued. Shutting your mind off and not thinking, is that supposed to be normal? And if we're thinking too much, overanalyzing, ruminating, I think that's what you're asking me. I said the correct solution to negative thinking is replace it with something else. We can't just tell a baby, or we can't just tell an animal, don't do that, or pet. We can't just say, baby, and we can't have that in your hands and rip it out of their hands. Got to replace things, okay? I can't just tell you, don't think. Don't think about this, think about that. Very difficult. You can start doing that yourself, though, okay? Try to understand what it is, what you're doing. And ruminating is feeling like we're not in control. And it might be some depression, thinking about the past, and we want to calm our anxieties by thinking there's got to be a solution. There's got to be something. I should have done this. I could have done this. Maybe if I still do this, there's hope. There's hope. There's hope. Okay? Get all this stuff out. Talk about these things you're thinking about. Get them out. Write them down. Talk about them and process them and understand what's going on. Okay? Correct solution to negative thinking is to not think. Shutting your mind off and not thinking. That's extremely difficult. Isn't it? It's better to start thinking about something else. Let's start redirecting our attention and focusing on something else. Us and our future instead of our past. Okay? But this may be clear indications we need to talk about our past effectively, not just ruminating over and over and over again by ourselves, trying to calm our anxieties, because that just makes them worse. Thank you, Raven. Hello, Alicia from Canada. Hi. I am just curious why I get a flood of emotion or anxiety come over me when my ex-narc contacts me. We have a child together. We mainly communicate through text, and as soon as I hear one come through and I know it's him, I get an overwhelming feeling come over my body, and it's instant, not pleasant. Phone calls, a knock at my door, when I know he's coming to pick up son, etc. Sometimes even a thought about him will cause this. How do I heal this within myself? Thank you, Alicia. You're asking the right question. How do I heal? Because you need to heal. Okay, this is our reaction to trauma. We all react differently. Your brain goes by experiences. Period. If there's something we haven't done, our brain naturally gets scared, don't we? We're going to try something new, something we've never done before, we have no confidence in because we haven't done it. Your brain has been traumatized by this person in this relationship, okay? So your brain is going to try to keep you safe. That's all it cares about. It doesn't care about being comfortable, it doesn't care. So it's releasing cortisol and all kinds of different hormones to help you protect yourself, the fight or flight, because he is dangerous. So this is what it means when someone abuses us in a relationship, or say our parents, right? They take our power away from us, and our brain doesn't feel safe and doesn't feel in control. And so everything is danger, 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 danger. So we need to heal from our past, from your past relationship with him, okay? So it's not so traumatic. We can't change the things that happen, but we can change how we feel about it, totally. We don't have to have these bad, negative, scary, traumatic emotions tied to these events anymore. We can process our emotions, understand it, and start to close them. We do this in some sort of talk therapy, Alicia. Some sort of talk therapy. I can't stress that enough. We need to take these things that are inside and get them out so we don't feel alone, so we can begin to process them and have somebody help us do this. This is too difficult of things to do for our friends, for our family, for our loved ones to do that for us. You need professional help, okay? This is extremely difficult to heal from by ourselves. And us trying to do this can cause much more damage, okay? So these are experiences in your past you need to heal from. My suggestion is let's start fixing some of these things, okay? So maybe let's have an arranged time to be picked up So we'd have to call and say, let's do it at 10. No, every week it's this day and time. No more talking to him, no more text. Only communication is via email and only about your child, period. If you need to revise this, go to a lawyer, okay? We can also use pickup times and dates so you don't even have to see this person or talk to them anymore. My favorite is school, right? If they're already 4 or 5 years old, get them in school. You take them to school. He picks them up after school, stays the night or whatever, blah, 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 the weekend. And then on Monday morning, he drops them off and you pick them up Monday evening, Monday afternoon. We do these things, okay? So we don't have to see our abuser. So we don't have to communicate. Because even when you do heal, Alicia, even when you are healed, he's going to be annoying. This is a very immature person who doesn't care about your boundaries, who likes to abuse people. I strongly suggest help, okay? And if you're not getting help for yourself, I'm only can imagine you're not getting help for your children, which need it even more. If your children are being partly raised by an abusive, disordered person, they need massive help. They've also probably experienced the abuse that you've experienced before this divorce or parting. Please get help. Please get your children help, okay? This doesn't have to happen. This doesn't have to be like this. And once you heal from your past, it won't be so emotionally dramatic. Hope that makes sense. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you very much for what you said. And here's Raven. Here's the rest of Raven's question. But I'm going to stop the video here now, actually. Please, I'll see you in part 2, okay, guys? Please share, subscribe, all the stuff. If you need coaching, daviddemars.com. See you in part 2. Love yourself first. Bye.